Hey guys, and welcome back to my first ever Minecraft Let's Play. Today we're going to be building a house in Fortnite, so first things first, we're going to have to get some wood. Now when you're mining wood, you always want to make sure that there's no griefers nearby. And then after we get the wood, we're going to get fucked by some random dude. Wait, what? No. Fortnite, like every other game out there, has given birth to its own fair share of memes. Some good, most bad. But deep within the confines of Reddit and YouTube, there are some Fortnite memes that some might even call spicy. So let's count down the 10 spiciest memes in Fortnite.
Pick up some fantastical gear in the description below.
Number 10, Fortnite Roblox. Okay, so Roblox as a game has so much to meme about, but the fact that you can try out Battle Royale in Roblox is just ridiculous. Like, there are actually more than several Roblox Fortnite servers, and the thing about these servers is that they're actually quite impressive, and the mechanics in them are both hilarious and broken. But the Roblox meme doesn't end there, boys. Oh no. The fact that this idea exists is a meme in itself, and tons of Fortnite players are also making fun of this, including me. I mean, just take a look at the game mode and just how terrible it is. It really can't be helped that Fortnite is compared to Minecraft and Roblox, and that the oofers somehow made their way onto this game, because in fairness, the world is vibrant and you do farm for materials in Fortnite, but long live the death sound effect being replaced with a subtle oof. Number 9, Ali A. Alright, so Ali A isn't in Fortnite as a meme himself, but the videos he makes on Fortnite, especially with the thumbnails on them, have become so ridiculous, everyone always memes the guy. He's always super excited in all of his videos, no matter what's going on, and even though we've all kind of moved on from that fake energy in the intros of our videos because we know it's just not us, he's managed to maintain this energy. Now, I'm not trashing on his content, that's not it at all. He makes decent videos and he's pretty good at Fortnite, but when you watch an Ali A video, he always has this super generic EDM in the background that in most cases is blasting and just overpowers his voice so much that it sounds like he's trying to like fucking fight the sound of like some kind of fan blasting in the background or some kind of wind turbine. Like, turn your audio levels down, dog. Like, I'm trying to hear what you're saying, but I'm convinced that we're in the club because of the levels. Part of me thinks that this is like some kind of manipulative science where he purposely exceeds reasonable audio levels just so that kids pay attention to only the music and they hear this just loud booming music and get excited, kind of in a similar fashion to the way that if you jingle keys in front of a child, they get excited. But for the most part, I'm just talking about his thumbnails and his excessive clickbait in general. And regular clickbait is fine, you know, everyone clickbaits. It's literally marketing. But if you look at Ali A's channel, there is no diversity between videos. There's not even an attempt at diversifying his content or thumbnails. Like, if you're gonna clickbait, that's fine, but at least diversify your clickbait. Like, if I ask you to find a specific video on Ali A's channel, I'm pretty sure you'd be like, wait, which one? They all look exactly the same. There's no mixing it up here and there. Every thumbnail is just him with the same Legend of Zelda hat on, with a freaked out face, with him talking over some gameplay. And I respect the fact that he's literally gotten this branding into our brains. The man is a machine when it comes to putting out content, so I definitely respect the grind. But I can't really seem to understand why he's using such an old thumbnail style. A style popularized back when FaZe did cut comms years ago, but the way people have used his intro for the memes is just hilarious. I'm pretty sure the meme will last until Ali A decides to turn the audio levels of his videos down, but he's successfully ignored everyone's attempt at telling him that the audio of his videos are too loud thus far, so we'll have to wait and see. Number 8, where we dropping, boys? The question that everyone asks at the beginning of a Fortnite game if you're playing with your friends. If you're playing with randoms, then most times you just kind of wait for someone to say something, and if that someone is a kid screaming, maybe somebody using a Kinect mic, or some kind of random background noise where it sounds like the person is in like an indoor pool with their TV echoing, in that case, you know not to say anything and just reach for the mute. But Where We Dropping, boys, has become a hilarious meme that defines Fortnite and that you will find on every website and random places. If you guys have heard of HQ Trivia, the game show that you probably will never win, but you could win a lot of money playing, well, anyway, a bunch of people are always in the chat just spewing nonsense. And one time my girlfriend was playing this, I don't really play it myself, and she just sees some comments that are like, "Go Greasy, boys," and another that said, "Where we dropping, boys?" HQ has absolutely nothing to do with Fortnite, and yet the meme was popping up literally everywhere when Fortnite first became popular. Number 7. 6 damage with the shotgun. So for, I want to say, a full season's worth of time, maybe even longer than that, players have continually spammed Epic Games with complaints about shotguns, and still, they haven't really seemed to fix the problem. People even went so far as to say that the reason Tilted Towers didn't get destroyed before the meteors actually fell was because the meteor did hit and it only did 6 damage. Still, Epic Games have not really responded on the subject and continue to kind of stick behind it being a part of the game, which might lead us to believe that they stand behind the way the pellet and spread currently works with shotguns. However, 6 damage is one of the main reasons a lot of fights are lost and guys get away with like a sliver of health, and it's just unacceptable. I mean, clearly it's ridiculous that a shotgun hitting you anywhere or even brushing against you would do 6 damage. If you were to say 6 damage is 6% of a potential 100% liveliness, if we were talking real life. And here's where you guys will come in and say, oh, well, Fortnite's not really for the realism. And then I'll say to you, if it's not for the realism, then that means it's for the fun. And if it's for the fun, explain to me what part of dealing 6 damage is fun. And that's basically the meme. Number 6, bots and default skins. So you've probably heard a streamer call a player a bot. A bot, while it can refer to a default skin or a noob, doesn't always necessarily mean a bot or a noob. A bot is a player that is just wholly confused and probably beyond the word noob. The movement of these players are usually so slow that they look like they're playing on the mobile version of Fortnite, where the movement is just awful because, I mean, you're playing on a phone. When you're dealing with a bot, you can tell from the way that they play with the slow turns, even slower reactions, poor building, poor decision making, and straight out inability to be alert that they're a bot. So why the name bot? Why not just noob? Well, because a noob is just a new player. Most new players can at least shoot well because they've probably played a shooter before. But a bot is on an entirely different level and is clueless to the point where one might suspect that you're actually dealing with artificial intelligence or AI. Almost as if to say you were playing against actual robots on easy mode in, say, for example, like Black Ops 2, which has custom games bots, and hence the official dubbing of the bot meme. There's also memes that have stemmed from bots or default skins, like when you shoot at a default skin once. Kids that wear the default skin get enough crap already, but this one was just too funny and I had to include it in the video. This one's actually similar to when you shoot a John Wick once, except a whole lot dumber. Instead of building a castle, the default starts to build a 6-story 1x1, but then gets stuck underneath his stairs. He tries to build a platform, but gets stuck underneath that as well, and then he goes on to build a large balcony, only for everything to blow up thanks to enemy player C4. We've all done this as noobs, don't lie, that's exactly why this is such a funny meme. Number 5, This Is Fortnite. So the This Is America music video went insanely viral. There are tons of analysis videos, parodies, and memes on the internet. Well, Fortnite is another insanely viral thing right now, and so one person decided to combine the two in a funny edit. It's got perfect timing on the pistol headshot scene synced to a battle royale player dying. After the elimination, the meme features Gambino doing the shoot from the music video, which is funny because that dance is also in Fortnite right now. Of course, Gambino would win the battle royale after the elimination, but the Fortnite music videos are pretty much their own category of meme at this point. Number 4, Tilted Towers. When it comes to new towns and locations, they're usually overpopulated for the first few days, but Tilted Towers' arrival was different. To this day, I still see far too many people dropping Tilted. Did you know that over 100 people dropped Tilted? How is that even possible when there are only 100 per server? Well, it somehow is. All right, maybe not that many people. But thanks to its popularity, there are far too many memes going around about Tilted. From the whole map being filled up by Tilted Towers to the entire popularity of a server dropping Tilted, there are tons of funny memes to go around related to this town. Dropping Tilted isn't really that bad anymore, but in its prime, going there was essentially a joke in of itself for having a death wish, with Tilted's corridors being packed with players hiding behind doorways and alleyways. And it's pretty much like peak warfare, almost like you're playing CSGO trying to peek corners and stuff, and anything can really happen when you go Tilted. No matter how good you are at the game, you just hear a bunch of people moving around on floors. You can't even tell where they are exactly because footsteps aren't as loud as they used to be. But dropping Tilted is a joke, much like when people mark off the map and say, let's go Bermuda Triangle, boys. Number 3, 5 Fortnite YouTubers who've sworn. Okay, this video has been memed far too many times, and that's because it's a dumb video. It's a really stupid video. Who freaking cares if a YouTuber has sworn or not? It's not a big deal at all. but the guy who created the video makes it sound like the greatest sin of them all. The fact that this type of video exists in the first place is already hilarious enough, but the guy who made it sounds just way too ridiculous. The commentary is just jokes. I mean, just listen to what this guy has to say. Number 2, the saddest moments in Fortnite ever. Befriending strangers only for them to die. Now, I've seen a lot of clips of duo or squad partners sacrificing each other, which makes me drop a tear every time. But then I also see memes of strangers befriending each other and doing silly crap together. But this specific video I'm talking about is just too much to handle. It's far too emotional. It starts off with 2 strangers dancing in the basement and then befriending each other. The enemy player soon gives JoJo his assault rifle, and JoJo gets thrilled and dances happily. But then the guy who gave him the AR, who he just befriended, opens the house's door, looks at JoJo, waves, and then gets killed right after. JoJo's reaction is just way too much. I couldn't stop crying either. At least he got to give a goodbye wave to JoJo before his death. These types of videos are just so funny. I mean, I know there was the one where they just sent the guided missiles into the storm, or they rocket rode their friend out of the storm, but as a result of that, the one guy wasn't able to save himself. There was another one where they made friends, and then it's like a parody of it, but pretty much all of these have like the Titanic soundtrack or just some really sad music playing, and it's just heartbreaking. And the fact that people have sad love stories based on teaming, which is against Epic Games' terms of service, is a pretty good meme. And in it, the honorable mentions before we get into number 1, we've got the zoomed in character models, mainly the default ones. Oh my god, if you zoom in the character, they're just great. As well as the bush camper in its entirety, every single one of the bush campers. You just see the sniper sticking out of the bush, and it's just jokes. And in at number 1, we've got the John Wick memes, the biggest meme in Fortnite Battle Royale. And as you guys do know, wicks are for kids. There is just far too many things to say about John Wick. Now, there isn't a specific meme of John Wick, but rather just the idea of John Wick that's funny, and some of the different memes some players have made. We all know him of being an absolute tryhard. A few of my favorite John Wick memes are the when you shoot a John Wick once, when John Wick hears the noise and never steal John Wick's gun. When you shoot a John Wick once is way too funny because the moment he spots gunfire, he immediately gets to building a freaking castle. He does it all in a matter of seconds too. And when John Wick hears a noise, it's pretty silly as well, as he's literally ready to build it anytime, anywhere, even when he's in bed. The Never Steal John Wick's Gun is just an emotional story between him and his beloved Scar, and there are far too many other John Wick memes and just stories in general, and it is hilarious, but those are some of my own favorites that I wanted to mention, but John Wick as a whole is just known as the tryhard. So those were 10 of my favorite Fortnite memes. Let me know which ones you thought were the funniest, and if you've got some better memes that I should have included in the video, be sure to comment those down below, and that's it for me. Before this video does end, I wanted to make a huge announcement, and that's that I have a new Fortnite director that's going to be live streaming on my new Facebook channel. So make sure to click the link in the description below and watch my buddy Hectic, who's a Fortnite pro, and he's going to be streaming pretty much every day from now on. Also, make sure to join my Discord. Link for that is in the description. My one director, Hectic, will be streaming on Facebook again. Other than that, I hope you guys have an awesome day, and as always, stay
fantastic.
Fuck drugs, I guess they don't wear. Tattoo buddy, I don't need no shit. Probably need Jesus, but I don't go church. I'm on this hotel floor trying to soul set. Pop a couple more, they won't hit. My mind on my buddy, which one will go?